Alright, man, it's your boy K Smooth, man, coming to you with another video, Boxing Talk 100. And you already know, man, let's get right into it, man. I just want to do an old, recap fight, last past Saturday, June the 15th. Gervonta Tank Davis defeats Frank Martin, 8th round TKO. Now, let's get right to it, man. Let's talk about it, man. See, man, the first couple of rounds, the first three rounds, Frank Martin, he came out beautifully, boxing well. He was landing efficiently, on Gervonta Tank Davis until, Gervonta Tank Davis figured him out. But Frank was doing, really good, using the jab. He was trying to be able to match up that, power, but it wasn't enough. Tank, man, he just too tough, man. I talk about a fighter like Gervonta Tank Davis. Even in my last video, you have to be able to apply the same amount of pressure. Coming forth. As a boxer, we it's levels to this shit. It's just not just boxing. You know what I'm saying? A fighter like Tank is you step in the ring with him, you bound to get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about boxing and putting your points together. It's about taking over, applying pressure, and getting your opponent out of there. And that's what we've seen in Gervonta Tank Davis not playing with his opponents. So we can go back to it. Understanding. Listening to Frank. His coach was trying to tell him a lot of times, about moving away from the left punch. You know what I'm saying? Because Frank was going not only being on the ropes, but he was falling until Tank's left. You know what I'm saying? When he was telling him to slip to to the left. So you won't you move him more to the right so Tank can slip that left. You know what I'm saying? And land a punch, but. Frank Martin, in due time, Gervonta Tank Davis, he was just breaking them down. Yes, he was doing good. I don't even think, out of all the whole rounds, like I said, 1 through 3 rounds, you know what I'm saying? Frank did, a tremendous. But after that, it was just like he was getting hunted down, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see that type of energy, you know what I'm saying? Frank being able to apply the pressure, stepping up to Tank. It seemed like the whole night Tank was just hunting him down until he became broken and figured out. You know what I'm saying? And that's when he went on ahead and land that. That uppercut, and then he hit him with a straight. A straight right. Overcross. So. Frank, it's your first, loss, you know what I'm saying? But it's you got to get back to the gym and work on power, man. And I knew Tank was gonna come in as more experienced and what I'm saying, coming in here, being able to give the fans a pleasing fight. And yeah, like I said, Frank, he was winning. We can't deny that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, once it got to the fifth round, that's when Tank started to get in his bag. I think it was like the fourth, the fifth round. That's when he started to warm up and started landing punches on Frank. But for Frank was also, he made it pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I was kind of like, damn, this, Frank is actually, fighting, Gervonta Tank Davis. He's actually doing what he got to do, and it seems like it wasn't just enough. You know what I'm saying? Because he was eating through punches. Gervonta. You know, not one time that he got buckled. He was just Frank was just landing good, but I haven't seen Gervonta get buckled in any of his fights. You know what I'm saying? Or hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's different when you landing shots and you get scrapes and bruises. You know what I'm saying? Black eyes or whatever comes with the territory, but. I never seen Tank get wobbly legs or spaghetti legs or anything like that. Vice versa, with Frank Martin breaking him down, going into the eighth round, he was just landing shots on Frank. He started going to the body more. He was just applying pressure that Frank couldn't deal with. And that's what resulted, you know what I'm saying? When you got a fighter like Javante, yes, it's hard when you got a lot of shots, you know what I'm saying? And a guy with good accuracy, throwing shots at you and connecting and landing, you know what I'm saying? And, Frank, he wasn't ready for that type of, pressure. From Tank, he was not, ready for that type of pressure. Yeah, it only lasted, like I said, 1 through 4 rounds, and then Tank started to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? But the power in Tank's hands, man, is just it's ridiculous. For him to be at competing at 135 to 140, whatever weight class or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he's in, junior lightweight. You know what I'm saying? In that division, and so. That's just unfortunate for Frank Morton. You got to go back to the drawing board. I mean, and it's not a bad loss because your first career loss was against a great one. You know what I'm saying? If I was Frank, I wouldn't trip. You know what I'm saying? It'd be something that you can learn off from. Especially when you get another opponent. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that's not the end for Frank Morton. So in the near future, this fight could only make, Frank Morton, a better fighter. You know what I'm saying? Especially losing against, a great, champion like Javante Tank Davis. And we can say, man, today's, the boxers, you know what I'm saying, Tank is up there, followed by, when you want to talk about the best fighters in the world, his name is up there, you know what I'm saying? I could put him in the top five. I could put, Crawford up there. You could put Uzi, you know what I'm saying, that just beat, Tyson Fury. You can put him in there. You could put in a goo. I mean, whatever the Chinese dude over there, you can put him in there. You can put Javante Tank Davis in there as pound for pound, whoever. You can put Javante Tank Davis in there for damn near pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? He's a great elite fighter, and to be able to beat Frank Martin and become 30-0 with 29 knockouts, that's just. And I believe it's 28. I think it's 30 wins now with 28 knockouts or something like that. But that's still unbelievable, man. Just from a guy, that's been doing it and that's been watching. Even though he got problems from Floyd, Floyd don't talk Tank a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying, in his career. To this point, what I'm saying, whether he's not with the Mayweather team or any of that, for him to be able to grow and be on his own and finally becoming Javante Tank Davis Promotions, I think he's done a wonderful job in being able to go against all these promoters, different promoters. You see Earl Spence's now a promoter. You got to give Earl Spence his credit on becoming, a promoter and pushing these fighters. His number one fighter, such as Frank Morton. It wasn't a bad idea. At the end of the day, it's business. It's all business. And what other way, like I said, what other way, if you're Frank, what other way to lose against a fighter, such as Javante Tank Davis? You got to take that and just run with it and learn off from it and become a better boxer. You know what I'm saying? Boxing Talk 100. But overall, man, watching the fight, I thought, like I said, man, I thought it was a good fight. It had me going at first for Frank Morton because I was like, damn, is Frank Morton going to come in here and actually pull the upset on Javante? You know what I'm saying? It was looking pretty good from the beginning, but then like I said, Tank, he started to break down Frank Martin, and that was pretty much over. But yeah, man, what we can move forward now. What's the future holds for such as both Frank Martin and Javante Tank Davis. Javante Tank Davis being a winner. We've been hearing speculations of him possibly having a fight with Lomachenko next. You know what I'm saying? This would definitely interest the boxing fans. You know what I'm saying? The boxing fans that that pay for pay-per-view fights are going out to be able to catch these fights. It's gonna be a good one. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, I'm also hearing Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? It could be Javante Tank Davis. These could be his options. With fighting Lomachenko next or fighting Shakur or possibly Javante Tank Davis versus Ron too. That could be a possibility. But with Tank, man, he's the man right now, and he gonna call all shots. You know what I'm saying, to be able to have whatever type of situation go his way. You know what I'm saying, in boxing, he's done very well in the sport, and I think he grows too. Like with the Frank Martin fight, I think it was like 35 million, and before that with Frank, I mean with Ron Garcia, it was like 25 to 30 million. So Javante is in his bag right now. Collecting great funds. And you can only respect that. What I'm saying, from the hustle of Javante Tank Davis. And getting a good fighter like Davis out the way. On his resume as a win. So you know. What can we say about Javante Tank Davis? A great fighter, elite fighter. He is now, you know, he's worldwide now. You know what I'm saying, and he can call shots and be able to fight whoever he want to fight, and that's just what it is. If it was me, it wouldn't matter if it was Lomachenko or Shakir. Um, both are tough, you know what I'm saying? What can they both bring to the table? Don't just bring in pity pat speed, boxing. That's not gonna work, going against a guy like, Javante Tank Davis. I see fighting, Lomachenko, that's gonna be a great fight. I can see Lomachenko coming in here. If the Matrix come to show up, it'd be a good fight, but with a lot of losses on, Lomachenko's record, I think that's going to be the deciding factor going into an undefeated fighter such as, Javante Tank Davis. I think it ain't going to be no difference in him going in there beating, Lomachenko, breaking him down, and then eventually knocking out, Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? And I'll say about the same, amount of rounds. You know what I'm saying? You got to really go in there and study, Javante Tank Davis and be able to beat this boy. And like I said, if you can't produce and equal up with the same amount of power that he's gonna bring with the with with high quality knockout power, I don't see that in Lomachenko. I see now if we want to compare, I say that Lomachenko has the better boxing skills. You know what I'm saying? And and we can all agree to that. Coming from the Olympics, you know what I'm saying, and competing, for championships, golden gloves or silver gloves or whatever, you know, uh, 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 coming up, you know what I'm saying, in boxing, whatever Lomachenko's, in the Olympics, you know what I'm saying. So he's done well being able to you know, go through those, certain stages is coming up as a young kid, So that's his advantages as being a boxer, Lomachenko. But I don't think, like I said, that's the only difference having that power, man. Going against a guy like, Javante, you know what I'm saying? If you can't match up with that power and him landing, it's like, what boxer is going to be able to hurt Javante? Frank was damn near the best one out of that 135-pound division. You know what I'm saying? Being able to, showcase his skill or whatever 140, being able to showcase his skills. You know what I'm saying? It don't get no tougher than that. You know what I'm saying? And this is all about experience. You know what I'm saying? With Lomachenko, if he's able to take up on this fight with Javante, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Coming into the fight. You got to be able to mix it up. Like I said, you gotta be able to throw all that shit, not just throwing all that shit Lomachenko, but you gotta box. Not only, what I'm saying, boxing, you got to be able to make sure the accuracy is on point. You know what I'm saying? Being able to land, not only landing, but with crucial, effective punches to be able to, shake up, Javante, or, if we never seen Javante hurt, or like we said before, having wobbly legs, you know what I'm saying? This could be an opportunity for, Lomachenko or Shakir. BoxingTalk 100. I just think with Ron Garcia, Ryan. Now, don't get me wrong. If Ryan do it the right way, you know what I'm saying. You know, not being able to for us to be able to look at him like a dope, like cheating and shit, off the handsomeness and shit like that. He would be, a different type of fighter. You know what I'm saying? Being able to, agree and go by, the actual weight. Not just going over the weight and missing weight and being fine and then have to be able to go through bullshit. Ron Garcia. So if you do it right, and you train well, and I still think it'd be the same outcome of Javante beating Ron Garcia. Cheating or not cheating, it'd still be the same type of it'd be the same thing. It'd just be the same thing. Javante beating Ron Garcia. Those will be the results. Ron, he got speed. His confidence it definitely picks up his power and his accuracy. He does have great power. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie about that. So as Ron, as he's getting to develop more and you know just being on this stage right now and of winning. I mean, whether we say he cheated against Devin Haney or not, he still won. You know what I'm saying? When it's all said and done. It's just up to boxing association whether they're gonna overrule it. Whether they want to change it to where Devin Haney be undefeated still, or let him keep his L. Boxing Talk 100. But does Ron have a shot against Gervonta Tank Davis if there was to be a rematch? I don't think so. I think it'd be the same. I think Gervonta will catch him. Uh, Gervonta, he's just too slick against any boxer, man, coming forward and having a great IQ and having the shown defense off his back foot. You know what I'm saying? He fights really good off his back foot. Whether he's moving forward with defense or moving backwards, you know what I'm saying? Whether you trying to land a shot on Javante, yeah, it's possible. You can land. He can damn sure trade punches. He can receive a punch and definitely trade it back to you. You know, we can't say that about a lot of boxers. Just simple fundamental boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's not what Tank is all about. He gonna bring it all. He gonna bring it all. Boxing with that killer instincts and to try to get you out of there. He one of them ones that's gonna get you out of there. Javante Tank Davis. And Ron knows that. That's why he wants that rematch. You know what I'm saying? It hurts so bad to be able to lose against a guy like, Javante Tank Davis to where you want the rematch so bad. But like I said, just my opinion, I feel like it'd be still the same results. And yeah, man, it'd be the same results. Tank in his bag right now. And Tank knows that Ron want to fight him, and Tank knows that Devin want to fight him, and Tank knows that Shakir want to fight him, and I'm not too much sure about Lomachenko. Lomachenko ain't got no choice. Whether that's what the fans want to see, and that's what boxing associations. They definitely gonna try to put that fight together because they've been asking for that fight for a long time, and we just seen Lomachenko, just be Cambosos just came off a great win. You know what I'm saying, and stopping Camboso. So that's what boxing's all about. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? The winner, gets to move on. Even when you have losses, man, you can regain your to try to get back on your feet, and it's not the end. You know what I'm saying? Just like for instance, Frank Martin. Frank Martin just got to go back to the table, perfect your craft. Like I said, eventually down the road, think about getting a rematch with Gervonta Tank Davis, but you know, accept this loss, and you don't got no choice. You can this fight, the fight that you just lost can only make you better as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Especially having that experience against Gervonta Tank Davis. So when you're able to fight any other fighter, you'll be ready. You know what I'm saying? When you fight fighters like, maybe it's a possible now that Frank Martin lost, what could we possibly be seeing from him? We could see Frank and Gary and Antoine Russell. Gary Antoine Russell, Gary Antoine Russell just lost too. A big upset. I forgot the dude name too, but hey, the dude must have been good if he beat Gary Antoine Russell. But that's just a future fight. Gary, we can set up Frank Martin and Gary. We can set up Frank Martin and Ryan Garcia. We can set up Frank Martin and and Devin Haney. We can set up Frank Martin and the winner out of Isaac Cruz having a fight with Valenzuela or something like that. I know Isaac Cruz getting ready to have him a fight, so a lot of these fights, it's time for elimination. Winners, they only gonna get to move on and still have the blessings, received, making that money. Being title holders, you know what I'm saying? Following up with boxing, association being on the top. That's what it's all about. So yeah, man, Javante Tate Davis, again, defeats, Frank Martin, eighth round, a crucial, devastating, knockout. And Frank, man, you gotta stay off the ropes, man. I know, and a lot of fans, until they get in that ring, they don't understand. But I understand, Frank. You got a lot of pressure coming at you like that. You got a guy that's swinging not to miss. Davis, he's trying to pick you apart and he's trying to aim where he could hit you at. And so I understand, with Frank, he couldn't handle that pressure. So that's what made him. When you running out of ways to be able to move inside or in the ring just moving on your feet, you don't got that far to go. And like I said, Tank does very well at cutting off the ring. And that's what he did to Frank Martin, applying pressure, being right there in front of him, making sure he don't go nowhere to be able to put him on the ropes and, eventually wear down Frank Martin and get the knockout. So bravo and excellent job to, Javante Tank Davis and getting that eighth round, knockout and, giving Frank Martin his first career, suffering loss. Tank man, he's something, man, and I don't know how true it is, and when they talk about the that 7 fight deal, I don't know if Floyd's in the mix of that, but that would be really interesting, if Floyd was to be able to think about getting into the ring with Javante Tank Davis. I think that's a bad idea, and the only reason why I said I'm gonna always respect Floyd, and I always appreciate Floyd for what he's done. But we got a young killer in there that's itching to motherfucking kill you. You got a guy like Javante Tank Davis. He'll even tell you that he don't fuck with or like Floyd anymore. So it's like damn near on site. As if you let Tank tell it. You know what I'm saying? But I think he wants to be able to have a go at Floyd, and I think any boxer that's gonna be able to do it, he would be the one to be able to give Floyd that L. But that's only because Floyd, if he was to be able to be greedy, which he gotta fight, coming back, but he just ain't really fighting, fighters like that, especially not like Javante Tank Davis or I name fighters that Floyd he definitely ain't gonna fight. He ain't gonna fight Tank. He ain't gonna fight Terrence Crawford. If there was a rematch with Canelo, Canelo would probably fuck around and beat Floyd just off of age. You know what I'm saying? Age would definitely be a factor. You got a motherfucker, a bone, crushing. You know what I'm saying? A fighter like Canelo that's gonna go in there and break you up. This ain't the same as when Floyd did beat him years ago when Canelo was only like a rookie in the sport of boxing. Yes, he had a great, tremendous record, being 40 something wins with 0 losses, but until he fought Floyd. But Canelo, he wasn't fighting nobody. But I still respect the record. But I'm just saying, when Floyd beat him, he was young. He was, Floyd knew, that was the right time to be able to go on and fight Canelo and beat Canelo. Like, let's just keep it real. What would happen right now? Boxing fans, coming at the bottom and let me know what would happen right now against Floyd and you know and Canelo. I'm not dissing Floyd like that because even though you won, it could probably be the same results. You know what I'm saying? I believe in in not just me. A lot of people believe in that. That word saying. Once you beat them once, you can beat them again. But I just don't think. I just don't think so. It's definitely a one and done for Floyd Mayweather. And I don't think he would consider to try to take a rematch with Canelo. Canelo, he don't got way better ever since he lost. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he don't. I think he lost against in his career. Canelo has lost against Floyd. He has lost against who did he lose against? Three people, I think, or maybe two. Canelo lost against Floyd. He lost against I want to say Bivol, and then he lost against maybe Ryder. I could be wrong, but you know what I'm saying, coming at the bottom, you know what I'm saying? I know Canelo, he has a great boxing record, but if I say losses, I want to say at least 3 to 4 losses, maybe even five, but I'm gonna say three. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna just say three. 60 something wins with only 3 losses in Canelo's rear, which is impressive, you know what I'm saying? It's impressive, you know what I'm saying? That shows that you only have nothing but love but for the sport of boxing. You've been doing it all your life, and that's all you know. You know, and hell yeah, I'm pretty sure if Canelo, he'll tell you. Canelo will tell you if he presented himself against a rematch with Floyd Mayweather, he would definitely take that fight with Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Floyd want to be able to take that fight. It'd be dangerous, and I don't blame Floyd. You already got him beat on the first time anyway, so why would you waste your time? Boxing Talk 100. But we definitely can see like a Floyd and Tank. It just depends on Floyd, man. If he get greedy and if he get out of pocket and he be like, well, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? You know, and not only saying that, Javante got the spotlight on him now. He's more, of being, popular in the sport of boxing right now. He's popular. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting in the front seats. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got to sit behind him. So that's being popular now. You know what I'm saying? And being able to work yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Is deserving for Javante Tank Davis. It's been a long time coming. You know what I'm saying? But Javante had to go through a lot of fighters. You know what I'm saying? Leo Santa Cruz, and then you go, you beat Ron Garcia, and then you beat, Barrios, and then there's a lot of good fighters that I can name. You beat a Hector, Luis, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fighters to be able for you to get past to be on a certain level. Because truth be told, some of those names that I just named, they were great champions as well. Or what I'm saying, being able to compete on a high level. You know what I'm saying, on these elite levels. So Tank, he up there, man. He doing what he got to do, and as far as it's shown, he's the man. You know what I'm saying, and David Benavidez too, man. Let's talk about David Benavidez. He's still winning. You know what I'm saying, and moving from 168 and moving up to 175. I think that's the weight or something like that. So it's junior light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta respect, David Benavidez. Hopefully, in the near future coming up, he can get the fights that he wants, such as Canelo or whoever he fights. You know what I'm saying? That'll be in his weight. You know what I'm saying? He's approaching heavyweight. To be able to fight on the heavyweight stage. David Benavidez. Give him a couple of more fights, you know what I'm saying, at that light heavyweight, you know what I'm saying, division at 170 something. I'm not for sure what class it is. I think it's like 175, 176 or something like that, but give it a little bit of time, and knowing that he just took a title too. Now he is a title holder, you know what I'm saying? Give it a little bit of time and see, he don't run through that division and then what I'm saying move up to heavyweight. I don't think David Benavidez or Canelo will fight anytime soon. That's just my opinion. I don't think we'll have a fight or a contract even or negotiating on the table. I think Canelo. That's a fight that Canelo. I think personally is gonna want to stay away from because he knows David is dangerous. He's really dangerous, and yeah, man, that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? David Benavidez. I wish him luck. I wish his dad, everybody that's in the David Benavidez family. I wish them luck. You know what I'm saying? A great team because obviously they're winning. And so, I don't have no problem with, David Benavidez. I did have, when he was trying to fight them Charlos, you know what I'm saying? Jamal Charlo, I was going against David, you know what I'm saying? And when that happens, I'll still be going against David, but, I'm not going to hate on him for what he's doing. He definitely whooping ass. I'm just a Texas boy, so of course I'm going to be biased about that, you know what I'm saying? And, that's another story to talk about, but shout out to David Benavidez, you know what I'm saying, for getting the job done and holding these belts, man. And being hard to beat, you know what I'm saying? He is the man, and he's the man at, those divisions. But yeah, man, last but not least, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be able to talk about, Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, if I had to say anyone could beat Javante, he would be. I mean, as far as names like Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson, we just seen Frank Martin get beat. You know, I even had it to where I thought Haney could even beat Javante, but I don't even think that is even possible because you got to bring power, not only power and strength. Boxing is fundamental. That's the basis of boxing. All boxers should know that, even professionally coming in, you got to be able to take your talents to another type of level. And you see what Javante Tank Davis did, not just boxing, but picking you apart, being able to show his hands and you know uh, being able to use what he was blessed with. You know what I'm saying? He's just not one of them fighters that's just not gonna come in the fight wasting time and shit. Nigga, we gonna bump heads or whatever we gonna do, and whoever lands, that's who get out of there. At least that's what he thinking. I'm trying to land on you, knock you out, and get you out of there. And that's my only problem with Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? If you fight Javante, what are you gonna do? Hopefully you don't run because when the so much pressure is will be applied coming forward. Are you gonna be able to withstand power punching and bruising to the body and eventually him being broke down? The best thing Shakir can do is come in there with great defense and making sure you yeah, it's gonna be a lot of people gonna be mad because I could feel like Shakir is gonna run off of defense, but like I've said before, boxing teaches you, especially the coaches, to teaches you to cut off the ring in the sport of boxing. So it's just a matter of time before we see Tank and Shakir. But like I've said, my money is on Tank, and from what I don't see, I don't think nobody is stopping him. I don't think nobody can stop Javante Tank Davis right now. Not even Theo Fimo. I like Theo Fimo. He's in his bag right now. As an elite fighter, doing what he got to do. But I don't even think he can even do anything with Javante Tank Davis. Um. Now, one thing I can say about Theo, I'm gonna just cut off the video after this. Making a statement. One thing about Theo, he is gonna come in there and box. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna come in there and mix it up. He's gonna try to do everything that he can do to win with feints and putting on a tremendous show. You know what I'm saying? Boxing also has him set up. They've been making the best smart decisions for Theo Fimo. And not only that, Theo Fimo don't beat some good elite fighters to be able to be where he at right now. But I just feel like Theo Fimo, he got to be able to still fight fighters like Devin Haney, whether we don't want to hear it or not. He got to fight. He got to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. This is where the money's at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Theo, him and his dad are, they're smart. They believe in fighting, losers. You know what I'm saying? That's just to get a quick money bag to be able to stay on top and, keeping those titles. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's just the way it is. With the Lopez. I'm not saying that they don't, come in boxing ready because Theo he definitely comes in prepared and you know um he is disciplined. I can say, what I'm saying, he's disciplined. But you can't forget when you got your ass whooped against Cambosos and you know you barely beat. It was a controversial. Off of when Theofimo fought. What's that boy? Fuck. What's that boy name? Cause whoever he beat, I think he's from like New York too, but I can't forget his name right now. Can't remember his name. Um, I forget his name, but coming at the bottom, y'all let me know who his name. It's crazy. I can see his face and everything, but I just can't know. I just don't know his name. And I thought that it was a great fight. It was a controversial win for Theofimo, but looking at the fight, a lot of people thought he lost. You know what I'm saying? And I can't forget the goddamn name. I can't remember the name. Jojo, no, Diaz. It might be Diaz or something like that. I forgot his name. But yeah, man. Shout out to Theofimo. You know what I'm saying? Still, he's one of them belt holders at 140. I believe he holds the WBO belt. Haney still holds the WBC title belt. I'm hearing that him and Saunders Morton, what I'm saying, are in talks and negotiating the fight. So this will be a good, fight for Haney. You know what I'm saying? Haney got options. You know what I'm saying? Who just beat Matias? The guy, is it Puro or something like that? Somebody like that. This is an opportunity also for Devin. You know what I'm saying? Since Sabril Matias just got upset, so he don't got no belt anymore. Sabril Matias. I believe that was the IBF belt that got taken, and of course Isaac Cruz, he has the WBA title belt. So you know yeah, man, that's what we gotta watch at 140. You know what I'm saying, with Theofimo and who I know he got a fight coming up next against a nobody. I don't even know who. I knew the guy's name, but it's a nobody. You know what I'm saying? Theofimo, he will. Theofimo will win that fight. So his update fight, he's gonna win that. Hopefully, he can fight. A unification fight with Isaac Cruz or Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. Hopefully that's what we see, man. That's what we're able to see. But yeah, man. Hope y'all enjoyed my video. I just wanted to give another recap on Gervonta Tank Davis defeating Frank Morton in the eighth round knockout. Put him to sleep. And yeah, it was over before you knew it. They say when you watch a Gervonta Tank Davis, he tells you when you watching one of my fights, don't blink, don't go get no popcorn, don't do shit. And Gervonta Tank Davis is still, the man, still putting on the shows and is still bringing boxing, fans, what they want. You know what I'm saying? And that's putting on the show, man, putting on a great performance. Fans want the knockouts, and that's what he's giving you. He's definitely bringing the results of knockouts. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta Tank Davis. So once again, congratulations on Gervonta Tank Davis moving on and still being undefeated, protecting that O. And Frank Martin, like I said, man, I'm gonna end it like this. One loss don't define who you are. You're still a great boxer no matter what. Losing against Tank Davis actually ain't a bad thing at all. This is gonna make you better. You go back to the drawing board, perfect on your craft. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up, and hopefully we'll be able to see you soon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, soon enough. You know what I'm saying? You can go and fight fighters like Cambosos, and whoever that's gonna be competing, between 135 and 140. Cause they pretty much like the same classes. But hey man, this your boy K Smooth, man. Thanks for watching my video. Hope y'all are enjoying today. Today is June. I believe today is the 18th. What's today, man? Hold on, let me look at my schedule. Today is Tuesday, June 18th. Today is the 18th. So yeah, man, hope y'all enjoying, the day. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty cool outside right now. I'm just at work on this money train. So yeah, man, I just wanted to, make a video, and like I said, man, comment at the bottom, and make sure you subscribe to your boy. I'm trying to get to at least 100 subscribers, you know what I'm saying? That'll be a blessing, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get more people to, watch you, and, vice versa, you know what I'm saying? We got to be able to support, one another, you know what I'm saying, and stop, downing each other, you know what I'm saying? Whether even if we don't want to, support people, still give a thumbs up and still give a comment no matter what, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how the world becomes, better, and to try to get your shit out there. But man, this your boy K Smooth, man. Hope y'all enjoy the day. Like I said, make sure you subscribe to your boy and leave a comment, you know what I'm saying? Talk your shit, and yeah, man, you can always catch me, making a video. Whether it's breaking news or, just talking about whatever, the sports, and boxing. But man, hope y'all enjoyed this video once again, and like I said, get back with your boy, man, and leave a comment. But it's your boy K Smooth, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Peace.